All right, so we're going to be rewriting these things as exponentials. That basically means, I'll kind of write it over here on the side. You're trying to go from log base b of x equal to a to b to the a equal to x. Okay, that's what we're trying to get to. All right, so we're trying to go from log base b of x equal to a to b to the a equal to x. Just rewrite. That's it. We're not trying to calculate anything or anything like that. Just to rewrite it. Okay? So, remember, you're going to take your base, which is 3. You're going to raise it up to the power, which the power is that 3 as well, over here. So, you're just going to write 3 to the third equals to 27. So, 3 to the third equals 27. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Nothing else is necessary. So you're going to choose A, B, C, D. Which one is the one that looks correct? Okay. If you decided to work it out, you'd notice this would be 27 equals to 27. So, I mean, it would be a true statement. Okay. And notice we're just going to do a couple of these that look a little different. Okay. So for number 2, we noticed our base is a 4. Our power, this number out here, is a -2. Okay. So you're just going to write 4 to the -2 is 1 over 64. Okay, and actually that should have been -3. Let me change that. I just realized that that is not correct. That should be a -3. Because 4 to the -2 is 1/16. Sorry about that. I just caught that right now. So yeah, so 4 to the -3 is equal to your value, 1/64. Okay, so go ahead and do question 3 real quick. I'll give you like 10 seconds. We don't need more than that. Just 10 seconds. Rewrite it. Can someone tell me what you wrote? Anybody have it? No? Not sure? So I'm going to start 16 to the what? To the 1/2. All right, so somebody had it. Equals to? 4, right? So there you go. That's it. All right? You're going to have questions like this on your test. You can tell they're not going to be that hard to do. You just got to make sure you know, like, okay, this is how you rewrite your logs. Okay, logs become exponentials. And this is what they look like. Now, we're also going to go backwards. Okay? So just to remind you guys, we're going to go from b to the a equal to x to log base b of x equal to a. Remember, the power on b to the a goes at the very end of the log. Okay? And the x value is just inside of the log, and the b value makes sense. It's base. We use b for base, so you're going to put that towards the bottom. Okay? So all we're doing is going backwards. You're not going to have to calculate anything. You just have to rewrite it. Okay? So y equal to 2 to the x. Remember, my power is x. My base is 2. All right? So this is what I'm going to write. Log base 2. Again, my power is x. So that goes at the end. Okay, and the y goes in there. Remember, your power, the x, always goes at the end. I know there's an x here, and you might say, wait a minute, the x is supposed to go where the log base b of x is, right? But the power goes at the very end. It doesn't matter which letter it is, okay? It could be an x, a y, a z, an a, b, c, it doesn't matter. That goes all the way to the end, all right? The base goes down at the bottom where the log is, and then whatever's on the other side, that's just going to be right here, where the log of whatever that number is. So, number 5, I have 3 to the 0 equal to 1. So, what's my base for this one? For number 5? A 3. What's my power? What's the power to that 3? A 0, so that's going to go at the very end. Then all you have to do is put the 1 right there. And that's it. So write down your base, write down your power, and then the leftover part goes inside of the log. So do me a favor, try doing number 6. I'll give you about 10 seconds. Again, we're not calculating anything so far. This is just rewriting, right? Try to rewrite. Try to make sure that you're able to express them in a different form. 4 to the y, yeah. It's a little tricky there, but there you go. So, all right, I'm going to write log base what? 4, right? That's the base. That's the power of y. The base is right under it, right? So since this is my power, this is my base, right? So that's going to go there. What is my power to that one? Y. So that means the leftover piece, I haven't used the x yet. I'm going to put that right there. Okay? And that's it. That's all you got to do for those questions. Just rewrite it. Okay? I'm not sure, but is that okay with the base? You guys get the why the 4 is the base? All right. So, all right. Now we're actually going to do a little bit of solving. But notice I still don't have a ton of space in between the questions because I know it doesn't take that much work. Okay? So don't worry about like, okay, now we got to solve for x. Now it's going to get difficult. Maybe tricky a little bit. If you guys remember yesterday, we did some of these with fractions where we had to flip things upside down, right? So that was a little bit tricky, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so we're going to find the value of x. So number 7, we have log base 3 of x equal to 2. So what I want to do is rewrite this, okay, into an exponential. So I'm going to get my base of 3. And I'm going to raise it to my power of 2. So this is 3 squared equals x. So that means that x equals 9. And that's it. All right? That's all there is to that one. Just rewrite it, simplify. Okay? Rewrite it and simplify. So look at number 8. So log base 5 of 1 over 125 is equal to x. Okay? My base is 5. My power is x. Okay, so I'm going to write 5 to the x is equal to 1 over 125. And yesterday we did this, guys. What do I do with that fraction? Flip it, right? And make it a -1 power. So this is going to be 5 to the x equals 125 to the -1. Okay? Now, I got to make sure the bases match. So that means this must be a 5 to a certain power. 5 to what power is 125? 3. So I'm just going to kind of move over here to the side. 5 to the x is equal to 5 to the 3rd to the -1. By the way, this is like, I think, the hardest type of question you're going to see on your quiz, because you actually have to kind of rewrite some stuff and reorganize it so that you can actually get the same basis. What do I do with this 3 and this -1? Do I add them, subtract them, multiply, or divide? Yeah, multiply. Power of a power is a product, right? So you're going to want to multiply the powers. We get 5x equals 5 to the -3. Now you notice how the bases are now the same? According to a property that we talked about, once the bases are equal, what else is equal? The powers, right? Yeah, the powers. If the bases are the same, the powers are the same. Therefore, x equals -3. Like I said, this is probably the hardest type of question you would see on your quiz. Okay? And not because it's super tough, but you have to rewrite, right? Flip that fraction, and then rewrite that number as a different base, but then remember to multiply those powers. There you go. Yeah. So there's just a lot of rewriting. It's not like it's hard work. Like 3 times negative 1 is not hard, right? Maybe 5 to the third might be a little tough if you don't know it in your head, but you could always do it on a calculator, right? 5 squared, 5 to the third, 5 to the fourth. Figure out which one works, okay, with your calculator. So you should be good with that. And then just solve at the very end. Use the properties that we know. Okay? Any questions on 7 or 8 since they're both up there? All right. Were you good, Patrick? All right. Number 9. Now, I didn't mess up, just so you know. I didn't mess up. Log of x equals 0. Log of x equals 0. What's missing? The base. But if it's missing, what number is it? A 10. It's a 10, right? That's the common base. If you see a log without a base, it's a base 10. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and write it right now, just so that we see it. Okay? And now let's rewrite it. Right? My base is 10. My power is 0. So 10 to the 0 equals x. What's 10 to the 0? Not 0. 1. Right? Write that down somewhere, right? Anything to the 0. It's a property we talked about. A to the 0 is equal to 1, right? A value to the 0 equals to 1. Now, it's not always true. Like I told you guys when I taught this to you guys. I don't know if it was your class or another, but in calculus, you cannot do 0 to the 0. Okay? But you can do anything else to the 0. All right? 0 to the 0 is what they call an indeterminate form, so we don't do that. But any other number or any letter to the 0 power is going to be 1. Okay? So, all right, so there you go. So kind of a weird looking problem, not hard to do. Just remember this property, okay? Anything to the 0 power is going to be 1. Okay? All right. Question 10. What is log base x of x equal to? So this is kind of a little weird. Let's see. Log base x of x. It's equal to. Now remember how I told you if they don't tell you what it's equal to, just give it a letter, right? Any letter you want. It doesn't matter. What letter do you guys want? Y. Okay, I heard Y first, so here we go. Maybe I heard Y again, but all right. So what happens if I simplify this by changing it into an exponential? My base, which is the little x down here, to the power of y, so x to the y is equal to x. Do they have the same base? Yes. What's the power on the x on the right side? It's a 1. So what's my answer? Y equals 1, so your answer is 1. Okay, your answer is 1. So, something for you guys to know, this is actually a property in logs. If the base and the value match, just write 1. So log base 10 of 10 is 1. Log base 3 of 3 is 1. Log base 5 of 5 is 1. Okay? So if the base and the value match, then your answer is just 1. All right, so we've gone through pretty much the whole test. Now we have a couple of these evaluation problems, okay? And this is what you guys did yesterday. So evaluate the logarithms. So you're just going to want to rewrite these. But remember, that it doesn't say equals, right? But they say evaluate. That means I need an equals. So I'm going to set them equal to, and we could use y again, right? So let me just use y again. Log base 5 of 25 equals y. And then let's rewrite them into exponentials. So my base is a 5. My power is a y. So 5 to the y is equal to 25. How can I represent 25 as a base 5?
5 squared.
5 squared. So yeah, 5 to the y equals 5 squared. And now since my bases match, all I got to do is set my powers equal to each other. So y equals 2. And that's it. Right? So notice, you see me do the work. Do you feel like these problems are hard as I do them? Do you feel like they're hard? No. All you need to do is know how to go from the first step, which is log base 5 of 25 equal to y, to this step here. Right? Make sure you know how to rewrite it to exponential, because if you can't do that, then good luck. All right? You have to be able to rewrite it as a b to the a equal x type of format. Okay? Once you can do that, then you got a good shot at getting these things right. All right, log base 2 of 64. I'm going to let you guys try this, okay? So go ahead and try that one. I'll give you 20 seconds. All right, does anybody have an answer you'd like to share? What's y equal to? Go ahead.
Y equals 16.
16? Any other answers? I know it has a 6. 6? So 16, 6. Anything else? 8? Okay, 16, 6, and 8. Anything else? So I'm going to put them right here on the side, okay? 16, 6, and 8. Let's see. So we got log base 2 of 64. I'm going to set it equal to y because I want to make sure it's set equal to something. Okay? My base is 2, my power is y, so I'm going to write it 2 to the y equals to 64. And by the way, I know some of you guys don't have calc, so you know, we'll forgive any mistakes in case of calculation errors, because we do have 3 different answers here. Now, I got to change 64 into a base 2. Okay? So here is the part where you're going to find out if your answer was okay or not. 64 is 2 to the what power? 6. 2 times 2, that's 4, times 2, that's 8, times 2 is 16, times 2, that's 32, times 1 more 2, that's 6 of them total, that's 64. Okay? So that's usually what we're going to see here. But again, if you have a calculator in front of you, you could do that for sure. Okay? Just take your time, multiply, right? Try to figure it out. But your answer would be 6. Okay? But good. I mean, you're trying it, and that's good. If you mess up, that's okay, right? It's not a big deal. Log base what? 10. Okay, I'm going to write it. Log base 10 of 1. So, log base 10 of 1 is equal to y. Okay, let's change it to an exponential. 10 to the y equals to 1. What's y equal to? Say it again. I think I heard it. 0. Yeah, because anything to the 0 power is equal to 1, with the exception of 0. But I'm never going to write 0 to the 0 on the test and then try to trick you guys. Don't worry, okay? In calculus, maybe, not here. So there you go. Last question, number 14. So I'm going to let you guys do this one. Write it in exponential form. Log base m of n is equal to a. Now you should be able to do this. It may look a little weird, but it's just letters. Just give you another 5 seconds. You're just rewriting it in exponential form, and that's it. Anybody want to tell me what I'm supposed to write here? M to the power of a equals to n. All right, so there you go. All right, so this is what your quiz is going to be on tomorrow.